Prestone, antifreeze coolant present the Prestone NZDRA Northern Nationals from Fram Autolite Dragway. Welcome fans to round one of the NZDRA Northern Nationals here at Fram Autolite Dragway. As we can see, the weather is absolutely brilliant. There's no doubt New Zealand can put on some brilliant weather, but we've managed to score it for today. We're going to have some fantastic drag racing action. We've concluded qualifying yesterday. Today, we have nothing but eliminations. It is 3 rounds of racing for the Group 1 cars. They've got to run through their quarterfinals, semi-finals, and then there'll be a final. I'm sure we're going to see some great racing action. The format's already decided, but with me today, Manuel, mate, we've got to say there's been some fantastic action in both Top Door Slammer and Castrol Edge Top Alcohol.
Yes, it was. You would expect the regular names, Chris Johnson to be top of the ladder in Top Alcohol. Disappointing for Todd Vincent. First season on the driver of the Vincent family car. Did some engine damage. They won't be there.
It was 21st birthday present. It was a great surprise. On the night of my 21st, Dad told me that he was stepping down and letting me have a go of the big, powerful beast.
What causes that, mate?
A dropped exhaust valve that kind of fell apart and went all through the engine and caused a heck of a lot of damage.
What are we going to see you next?
Maybe Taupo, but probably Masterton. So a few weeks later. Yeah, man, great introduction to it.
Shane Lodge, that was the magic man yesterday for me. He ran straight and strong all day, number 2 qualifier. He's a bit of a bolter. I'd be wary of him alongside him.
There's not one or two guys who are dominating the sport in Top Alcohol. So what we're seeing now is a lot of guys potentially could turn around and really bust this series wide open. So this meeting is very important from the point of view, got to get points on the board. We're starting to see guys like Gary Phillips from Australia assisting John Nealon in the Digger Dragster. And of course, what does that mean? We might see a 5-second pass as well.
Yesterday, struggled the first round, but you wouldn't know it when you saw him in round 2 and 3. He was 223 mile an hour and just a tenth of a second off Chris Johnson.
Top Door Slammer itself, Manuel, has also provided some great action as well.
You expect to see the Wayne Yearbreeze at the top of the ladder. Chris Tyden debuted a new car. Well, most people when they debut a new car, they're happy to make the field. Not Chris. He got out there second round of qualifying and he is chasing Wayne Yearbreeze. The other bolters that I'm always aware of are those giant killers, the Wayne Hussies, the Dave West. They might not have on paper the theory to win it, but man, you've just only got to beat them to the finish line, and they are hard to beat in this level.
We'll see you on the start line.
We run a 6:30 at the end of last season, which is the fastest anyone's gone in a New Zealand-made door slammer. So if we can emulate that, we'll be pretty good.
Problems for Wayne Yearbreeze in the Studebaker. He can't select reverse. The clutch is tight. Now he can let the crew push the car back. There's no issue about that. Wayne Yearbreeze, the number 1 qualifier, he's up against Craig Brown and Murray Smith, the 55 Chev. They have done the sportsman thing and waited. We got a race in Top Door Slammer. Yearbreeze gets out with a 0.1 reaction time. He's got to make a clean run of it all the way. And what run did he run? 6.56 at 222 mile an hour.
I think probably Chris Tynan is probably the biggest threat, and then Ross Taylor. They're the 2 fastest cars.
Part of the reason perhaps we built a new car is because of the competition out there, you know, with the likes of Ross Taylor, bringing in a car from Australia. He's getting a good handle on now, getting used to the car. Of course, our friend Wayne Yearbreeze, put down a good number at the end of last season, so I think the competition is going to get stiffer and stiffer, hence a new car.
On in the Scrap Palace Chev in the heat treatments lane. Mike Winneveen in the Ferrari in the Setigens lane. This is Top Door Slammer. Revs up into stage. Bit of shake from Tynan. The car is loose, very close to the centre line. It's still going to be a good run. Shuts it off early and goes 6.64, 171 mile an hour.
Naturally, this is a very important meeting because this is where you can get a jump on your competition. You have to do well at this. Being here at Fram Autolite, like the track's got to be perfect. Weather's perfect, so there should be some good runs done.
It is a good field, and of course in the old days, Chris Tynan and even Wayne as such in this funny car and Wayne in this car were kind of my idols, and I never ever thought that I'd be like competing with a similar type field as those. And anyway, we made the effort, and we're kind of on their tails at the moment. Yeah, they are vicious to drive. They're quite a bit different than the old other superstock car we used to run. They're quite vicious. It's a bit of a blur all the way down.
Once I've done the burnout, I have to purge the initial nitrous system. That's when you see the spray come up through the up by the windscreen. I run 2 nitrous systems, so then I have to rev it up to around 3,000 revs and purge the first system, and then do the same thing again with the second system. So we know all the nitrous is liquid, not gas, and it's up at the solenoids ready to go.
Wayne Hussey in the Nova in lane number 1 up against Dave West in the 58 Chevy.
The quality of the cars is getting better all the time, and it's getting more and more popular. So people want to be seeing their corporate logos on TV. That's the sport to get into.
Yeah, this is Castrol Edge, top alcohol.
Chris Johnson, Morris McMillan. And the number 6 qualifier, the man with the job to do.
Absolutely. Chris Johnson into stage in the Citizens lane, revs up. Morris McMillan got out on a bit fast. The funny car, he's making a race of it. The funny car's coming back. Chris Johnson, he takes the win. Problems for Chris Johnson. He runs a 778 at only 129 mile an hour. Car going silent, but Morris McMillan, even the girls in the commentary chat, he's got through. What an upset in Castrol Edge, top alcohol. Love the girls doing the work with the flags there, girls.
Castrol Edge girls.
And John Nealon into stage now in the heat treatment. Revs up, a lot of revs on the start line. 109 short, sideways, and a red light. So the funny car gets through on the start line. John Nealon goes 786, 136 mile an hour, a problem run. A 109 short time, he had that right, but he left too early. The big red light at the bottom of the tree means John Nealon is out. What a round of upsets. I'm here with Kevin McGregor. Kevin, what a fantastic looking race car. Now, there's a little bit of history about the race car. It was off the axle stands for the first time only last week. Tell about the process it's taken to get this gorgeous looking race car into New Zealand.
We had to order the car from Jerry Bickle in America, and he goes through a fact sheet, and you tick off what you want out of a car. And with his advice and our knowledge, we managed to get the car going Thursday night and ran it first time Saturday off the axle stands. Hadn't even been on the ground. At this stage, it's got 1,400 horsepower and it only weighs 990 kilos, so it's good power to weight. I'd probably need about another 1,000 horsepower on top of my 14 to slot me fairly well into door slammer. That'll either be probably a form of turbocharger or nitrous. I'm not sure yet. The day this was finished, this was the most advanced car in the world, and he's built another 4 since this, so it's pretty cool.
Kevin McGregor in the heat treatments lane, and the heat treatments new car, Pontiac GDO 2007 body shell, great looking car. Well, I must say Castrol Edge definitely putting some back into New Zealand motorsport. It's great to see. Sattler wheels up and he's having fun, making his way down the track. Kevin, nice, clean and smooth.
754 at 179 miles an hour. That's doing the job.
Time for the Castrol Edge fact file. Castrol Edge has always been one of the leading edge oils in motorsport. There's no doubt about it. What does it mean to you as an engine guy?
Well, because we do our own engines, we're always servicing them and looking at the bearings, and we found that we can run the car harder. I can push the car more for a win, knowing that I'm using that oil. I've tested quite a few, and that's always come up number 1.